The time is now. The Warhammer 3 12-month DLC roadmap has been revealed from Creative Assembly. Now, I was given this ahead of time, but because I am not a smart human being, I did not cover it. So I'm doing this right now on the day of, which is actually kind of nice. I actually have a blog post that gives us context on what is going on, because we were originally just given this picture as a teaser. So I'm excited to go through this with you guys, basically to give you an idea of what's happening. I mean, just to go over this picture as a TLDR. Summer, winter, and spring, we're going to be getting sets of DLC. Patch 4.0 is going to bring Shadows of Change with Tzeentch, Cathay, and Kislev. Winter 2023 is going to be Thrones of Decay with Nurgle, Empire, and Dwarfs. And then spring is going to be a to-be-revealed Patch 6.0 with free Legendary Hero Race and Legacy Race updates. Big thing to note here on this thing is Legacy Race is what Creative Assembly is calling any race that is not Warhammer 3, so Warhammer 1 or 2, and then anytime it says race update, it's applying to a race from Warhammer 3. So any of the Chaos Demon factions, Cathay, or Kislev would be included in a race update. But that's the TLDR. If that's all you wanted to know, that's all you wanted to see in this DLC roadmap, then you are pretty free to go. There's a minute 15 out of your day. Hopefully you get some time back to do whatever the hell you want now. But if you do want to stick around, let's dive on in here to the roadmap. And for those that haven't, please do check me out on Twitch, where I stream Total War Warhammer. I stream plenty of games. So that'll be linked here in the description as well as the pinned comment. But let's get started here on the 12-month DLC roadmap. My allergies, as always, are killing me. It's in the morning, and I haven't been able to flush them out. But we're going to deal with that together. So patch 3.1 is going to include Chaos Dwarfs arrive as an endgame scenario in Immortal Empires. We're going to get 7 new Regiments of Renown, which are going to come into the game. So 7 here, right? So we got all 4 of the Chaos factions. We have Cathay. We have Kislev. And that leaves us with the Ogres for our 7th one, I think. I don't think we'll be getting any DLC or any Regiments of Renown with the Chaos Dwarfs. New Legendary Hero. Discover the latest Legendary Hero to Fray. Look forward to a special reveal later this month for an official introduction. I believe Skulls is later this month or beginning of next month. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was right in line with Skulls. I don't know who it would be. We just got one for Kislev. We just got one for Chaos Dwarfs. So perhaps it's going to... you know what? I bet you could probably be something like Scrag the Huntsman or something like that for the Ogres, because I think they could benefit from a really cool Legendary Hero, and a Huntsman, no less, would be pretty fun. Was Huntsman was the Hunter the hero unit? I think it was a hero unit. But for patch 4.0, we get Shadows of Change. Our 4th official DLC explores the ongoing story of 3 races. Tzeentch, Cathay, and Kislev, while introducing 3 new Legendary Lords, a new Legendary Hero, and a ton of new units. So when they were saying that this is the format going forward for the campaign pack, that's the format going forward for all the DLC. And I kind of, okay, when I look at that in the contents of a campaign pack, where campaign packs were 4 Legendary Lords going up to this, now they're 3, that kind of sucks. But if I'm looking at this as Lord DLC, which was typically 2 with some units, this is now 3 with some units, I'll take that. I will take that middle ground strike between, okay, we're going to reduce the amount of Lords you get in a campaign pack, but we're going to increase the amount of Lords we get in a Lord pack, which by volume we get more of, right? We get far more Lord packs than we get campaign packs. We had Vampire Coast, and then we had the Tomb Kings. Those are your campaign packs for 2. But, I mean, Lord packs, there's what, 6, 4, 5 Lord packs for 2? So I'll take that. I mean, that in and of itself is a whole lot more Lords in total, and I like that a lot. The price point is that's an issue in of itself, and I've beaten that off like a dead horse. But free Legendary Hero, another Legendary Hero joins the roster, a frontline fighter twisted by the Lord of Change. So we got a hero coming in for Tzeentch. So that removes that option here, possibly, right? There's no saying that it could be there. So I think it's going to be for one of the 3 demons or for the Ogres. I don't think it'd be for Cathay. I bet you this one would be for Cathay. I bet a testicle that is going to be the Monkey King, and he'll just be able to go to all the different portions of Cathay, and we'll get another Cathay Legendary Lord. That could be so sick, especially because the Legendary Hero here is coming for Tzeentch, and Kislev has already gotten it. Oh, it's Cathay. Oh, there we go. I just fucking Sherlock Holmes the crap out of that one. There you go. It's probably Cathay for sure. Immortal Empire achievements. So that's been requested and it's been made. A race update. So for all you Tzeentch, Cathay, and Kiss of Commanders, this could be a great place to start some conversations for your fellow players. So the DLC is going to include an update for them as well as new units, an AI update. So expect tweaks and fixes to the player bias and campaign AI as the world and threats therein continue to evolve. Settlement battle improvements. Love to see what that actually looks like. So far, it's not been awesome. So Shadows of Change, that's 4.0. That is coming out this summer, end of summer 2023. So I'm going to say July. Maybe June. I can't remember when the Skulls thing is. I don't think it'll be this quick after the Chaos Dwarfs. Like, I don't think it'd be end of May, beginning of June. I think it's more likely end of June, beginning of July, if not August. Then we got Thrones of Decay here, where Nurgle, the Empire, and Dwarfs take the spotlight with their own legendary lords and new campaigns to expand the Warhammer universe. This, in addition to a new legendary hero, new units, and other perks, will share. And then another free legendary hero. Another legendary hero joins the toolbox. No hints on this one. You already have all the clues you need. Yeah, toolbox. Yeah, 100%. We're getting probably what's his name, Grim Murlockson, or Malachi. So definitely an engineer of sorts. So I'm sorry, Grim Burlockson or Malachi Macison. So it's one of the other. It's the two dwarf engineers as our legendary hero. I think I'd probably like Malachi more because he seems cooler, but Grim is goddamn awesome too. So I think both of them are really good options here for legendary hero, and we're getting a legendary hero with this mess here of Nurgle Empire and Dwarfs. So this is a DLC for Empire. So with Nurgle, you could do Tamarcon versus Lady Elspeth, which is Lore Master of Sotek's favorite character. For those that watch Lore Master of Sotek and know Lore Master of Sotek, you know how true and right I am when I say Lady Elspeth is his favorite character. For those that don't watch him, it's a joke. He hates that character. That's probably a pretty easy call out between the two. But you could also go a lot of different ways with Empire here, and you could jump into finally doing a proper Middenheim with Toddbringer, but then again, you would need a new lord for that. So, or this is perhaps Marienburg. I thought that this DLC would have come first. I thought that we would have seen an Empire DLC in some way, shape, or form hit Warhammer 3 because that's the most popular faction in the game. So I'm excited, but I'm surprised to see that it's next after the next one. Nemesis Crown, new legendary artifact akin to the Sword of Cain, appears in the battlefield. Well, you know what? When I saw this this picture, I was like, Nemesis Crown, that's probably something along the lines of Sword of Cain. Boom, here we go. So nice to get actual context on that. Race updates. The Empire, Nurgle, and Dwarfs are under the microscope. So interesting. This is a race update, but it's including 2 legacy factions. So nice to see what that's going to be like. I think it's definitely needed for the Empire, or for the Dwarfs. And I'm really excited of what this means for Dwarfs. You guys know how many times I've talked about the Dwarfs and how they need some kind of facelift, some kind of like bring up into the modern day, and I'm excited to see that. 6.0 here. This is, of course, when we have no idea what's coming. Another opportunity to expand 3 of the game's races, introduces new legendary lords, a new legendary hero, and a game improvement galore with major release. Looking ahead, there's plenty more in the works that we haven't begun to touch on. Ongoing performance optimization, gameplay, mechanic improvements, ideas. We already have charting for 24 releases and more. And we can't wait to share more details to get closer to each game update. As for right now, we'd love to hear what questions are still out there. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, guys, hit up these locations and ask those questions. But very excited to see some good details here on what a roadmap looks like. It's looking like we're going to have a pretty fun 12 months here, especially as we come into the remainder of the year. I'm sure Creative Assembly has some other tricks up their sleeve because they don't typically have, they like to have 1 or 2 major launches a year. So I think we can expect something else in between these DLCs between summer and winter that could possibly be pretty cool. So hopefully we'll get some more information on that. If not, I'd be surprised if Creative Assembly was like, we're going to use this as a rebuilding year and it's just DLC. So I'd be very surprised to see if that was the case. I still want us to see a Medieval 2 remastered. I figured with the Medieval 2 port over to iPads and to iPhones and Androids, I figured we would get a Medieval 2 remastered release that same year, but we didn't, because that's exactly what happened with Rome. So I'm looking to see if we get that hopefully this year. Because I mean, honestly, yeah, do I want Medieval 3? Absolutely. But if Medieval 2 is just kind of like given a little bit of a sprucing, it could still be great. I don't know if you see my video on it, but I've covered that game as a retrospective review, and it's still an amazing game. It still delivers so many good things. There's not even that much like, the only things that really kind of hinder it are its visual fidelity, and even that's not that bad. The UI is pretty clunky because it's a holdover from Rome, but it's still a great goddamn game. But guys, that concludes here our 12-month DLC roadmap. Hopefully this gives you a good idea of what's coming. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section below what legendary lords you're looking at, what legendary heroes you might think be coming for all 6 of the factions that we know are getting DLC coming in the next, well, within the next year. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching here today. Have a good one and take care.